Welcome back to the U Sports Report. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the College Rundown. Here you get all the news about the Lobos and college sports across the country with our man, the one, the only, the Dad Master, Tyler Ortega, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going?
Good, guys. Very excited to be here. Got another riveting college rundown here for you. We're going to take you to Tempe, Arizona. The Lobos were facing off against Arizona State. They had a 3-game series. We're going to show you highlights here from Game 3. We'll pick it up in the top of the first. Quick comebacker to the pitcher. Boy, that'll wake you up quick, Khalil.
Yes, it will, man. You better have your Wheaties ready for that one.
Now in the top of the second, ground ball, and that's a simple 5-4-3 double play for the Sun Devils. They get out of here. Lobos had a real tough time at the dish in this one, and also on the bump, as you see, this stolen base, they even had the pickoff attempt right, but they still couldn't get him.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, that's a little bit slow. Do you think the Lobos are slowing down, or is the level of competition a little too stiff?
I think it's just a little bit of both. Lobos have been doing so well recently. I mean, you're bound to slip up sooner or later.
True.
Granted, this Arizona State team is ranked, I think, about 27th in the nation or something around there. So Arizona State, a quality baseball team, especially at home. Now, bottom 7 is we have a little shot going out and a little fielding error, but that's okay. The runner's not going to go. Lobos now 0-0. Bottom 9, we have a walk-off shot as V. Hills throw to the plate, not in time. The Sun Devils, like I said, walk this one off. They'll take Game 3 by a score of 1-0. They also took Game 1 5-9. They took Game 2 4-7. So Sun Devils breaking out the brooms out there in Tempe on the Lobos.
Wow, the Lobos take a sweep, and after they've been so hot, but like you said, you can't win them all. Let's see. I think the Lobos are in good position. Now they know where they stacked against one of the better teams in the country. If they can make it to Omaha, hopefully they'll be able to have a chance to pull things off.
And they should. I was getting texts from a buddy of ours during that Arizona State game the first night, Sebastian, telling me that the Lobos are getting a dose of Pac-12 baseball, and then he made sure to throw in Q. Bill Walton, the Conference of Champions.
The Conference of Champions. That's right. That's how they get it done.
So moving on now, some more Lobo news for you. Both the men's and women's tennis teams were at the Conference Championships this last weekend as the women's were up in Fort Collins, Colorado. They moved past Air Force in the quarterfinal round, ended up falling to UNLV in the semifinals by a team score of 4-3. UNLV would go on to win the championship on the girls' side. And the men's Lobos team also lost to UNLV, but this one in the quarterfinals. So UNLV goes on, completes the sweep for men's and women's tennis. They'll be taking home 2 conference championships. But on the women's side, don't take your eye off of tennis just yet. We're still waiting to see if any of our teams or our individuals will get at-large bids.
To the big dance.
To the big dance for tennis. So make sure to keep an eye on that.
All right. NFL news. Couple guys got picked up.
Yeah, a couple of guys. Former Lobo Jarrell Presley, he signed an undrafted free agent deal with the Minnesota Vikings. He'll go as a kick return specialist / running back, which he has a real great shot to make the team, Khalil. We were just touching on it. The Vikings only have Adrian Peterson. They have Matt Asiata. They have McKinnon. They didn't draft any other running backs or anything, so that's great news there for Jarrell Presley. Also, kick returner / wide receiver Carlos Wiggins and linebacker Ryan Langford got invites to Houston's mini camp to go try out there, and also wide receiver Marcus Bundy got an invite to Arizona's training camp to go and try out there. Now, there were 4 former Lobos in the NFL last season. Of course, safety Glover Quinn from the Lions, Byron Bell from the Titans, Dylan Farrell now with your New York Giants.
Oh, yes.
And also Saquon Edwards, who played for the Raiders. So hopefully we can see a little bit more cherry and silver there on Sundays this year.
That'll be a nice little representation, showing the program up on the rise, producing players who go into the NFL, most notably Glover Quinn, who's just been a great player, a Pro Bowler a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I like